Hey, you're doing really good and I'm proud of you.
Mythology deriving from an Old Norse word, a Valkyrie is a chooser of the slain. They have the power to choose who lives and who dies, and afterward bring the souls of their chosen fallen heroes to Valhalla. Man, this opera's so good. It's just really long. It's just super, super long, you know? Oh. Hello?
I find it so cool that she's into opera because I've always liked opera and like Broadway and more classical things, and I feel like that's not super common.
Hello?
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 How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I was just talking about opera.
What?
Opera?
Oh,
Yes.
what opera?
I was telling people about The Ring Cycle, which is a 16-hour long opera.
Whoa, that's like a marathon for opera singers. That's crazy. Also, I love how she always wanted to sing in an opera. When I heard her, I don't know if I should call it real voice. I'll call it her opera voice. When I heard her opera voice for the first time, I was so shook. Her voice is so beautiful. I hope she gets to be in an opera someday. I'm not sure if she's gotten the opportunity yet, but I hope that someday she does. She has spoken in the past about potentially being open to doing more IRL stuff, like showing her face. And if she was able to like be on stage one day and sing, that would be so cool.
It's 15 hours
Oh
long.
my god.
What do you mean, oh my god?
That's a long time.
Okay, it is a long
Hold on for it?
time.
Do I have to sit through all that?
Well, it's in 4 parts, so usually
So it's not a 16 hour. It's like Lord of the Rings.
It is almost exactly like Lord of the Rings. It's actually
Oh, that's
based
how.
on Norse
Well, a lot of Lord of the
mythology.
Rings fans say you gotta watch it all in one go.
Well, that's what a lot of Ring Cycle fans say.
Ah, I see.
But
Well,
typically they don't play it all in one go. They usually play like
it's not Lord of the Rings, so.
excuse me, this is like the original Lord of the Rings, okay?
Have you watched Lord of the Rings, by the way?
I have watched Lord of the Rings.
All right, give me an order. Least favorite to favorite.
At least favorite to favorite?
Mm-hmm.
I like the third one the most. Then
Huh?
I like the first one, the second, and then the second one, the third.
That's crazy. I think we had this conversation because I remember being pissed off that you said that.
We did have this conversation. We did.
I can't believe you don't like this. The second one's the best one.
I do like the second one. Okay, but here's the thing, okay? Mercurius, thank you so much for the 100 gifted subs. I do like the second one, but the first time I watched the second one, I fell asleep because I think I was just not feeling well, and I wasn't feeling well, okay? And I fell asleep. I had to give it a second watch, and I liked it upon the second watch.
I am very surprised because I haven't seen all of them, but I have seen the first one, and the first one was so good. Like the extended, full, not the cut one, not the one they showed in theaters, I guess, but the full. It's like 2-3 hours. That version, I love that version, and I can see the inspiration for it in so many other things, including the Legend of Zelda series. And so to see that whole movie, it was so good. The pacing and everything, I loved it. It felt like a real adventure. The way that they were able to keep it going that long and still make it entertaining is not easy. And I was so impressed.
Fair enough.
But the second one was pretty good.
Helm's Deep. I think Helm's Deep single-handedly made me want to be like a nerd.
Huh?
The Battle of Helm's Deep soloed my nerd interest in life.
Really?
I mean, that's so goddamn cool. I mean, how could you not like?
Oh wait, I don't want to block Mousy.
And every time you feel like they're gonna, because like you watch a movie as a kid, and they show something cool, and they cut away 19 times to something else. You're like, God damn it, just show me the battle. And they just stayed on the battle for so long, and it was just so hype.
I love Lord of the Rings. Definitely one of my favorites, most nerdiest things that have ever been made. On top of Labyrinth, if anyone's seen that. That's an old one. I think it's from the 70s, 80s. And does anyone remember? Oh, what's it called? The Dark Crystal. That's it. The Dark Crystal from 1982. Heck Yeah. I like a lot of old movies before my time. There's something about the craftsmanship of the set design and the puppets and character design. It's just chef's kiss. I mean, I think it's in a way so much easier to work with people. And so when people have to make a lot of the assets from scratch, kind of like, I mean, Tim Burton movies, I really like Tim Burton movies too, because everything is fantasy, everything's made up, like nothing's really a person. You know, everything is made by hand and has this truly otherworldly feeling because you're not just taking people and dressing them up like a fantasy, like you've constructed a whole world that's all its own. Do you like my mug? If you go to merchofthewind.com right now and use coupon code 10 of the wind, you can get 10% off of this mug and everything else in my merch store right now.